Hey, how's it going? This is Dan in Jonesboro, and just want to do a real quick video. And I guess I'll entitle this video, "Some Black People Just Don't Get It." And I've been thinking about this subject, and I've tweeted about it, wrote blogs about it. And recently I've seen some very informative and interesting videos on this subject. But what I want to talk about is, in my daily interactions with people, during the course of the day, I run across a diverse field of black people from all different areas of America. Some north, some south, some from out west. Me being from the South, of course, the questions always come up, or the statements always come up. Why is it so slow in the South, and things of that nature. But what I want to talk about is it's an interesting collective phenomenon that I see with black people that migrate or come from different areas of the country down to the South. It's always the same thing. I don't like it here. It's too slow here. Y'all are stupid here. We had this back where I'm from. We had that where I'm from. And, that's all well and dandy. But that still does not get to the central cause of the problem that is affecting disproportionately all people of color in this country. And that's ownership. Now, me being a small business owner, and I hate to use the word small because I think globally, but me being a business owner, a black man that's in control of his own destiny, don't have to go to work and clock in every day. And I'm not saying that I have anything against that, but I would rather be an employer of my own people versus an employee of somebody else. That's just the way I've always thought. That's the way I always think. And that's the way I raise my children to think. Because until you control your own destiny and get away from clocking in for somebody or doing this for somebody, you'll always be doing something for somebody. But when you take your own destiny in your hands and do something truly for yourself, then you'll always be somebody's employee, somebody's man, somebody's woman, somebody that worked for somebody else. And I just don't choose to do that anymore. So I say that to say this about the initial statement I made. Give you a prime example. I have relatives in Brooklyn and New Jersey. Even my relatives say the same thing when they come down here to live or come down here to visit. It's always the same thing. And then I had to ask one of my relatives from New Jersey, ask one of my relatives from Brooklyn, well, what do you really own up there? Do you own any bodegas? Do you own anything of substance? Anything? Do we control anything in New York, New York? Do we control anything? Meaning people of color. Do we? And I'm not talking about Arabs. I'm not talking about Indians. I'm talking about black people. Us. And they always give me the same question. No, they always give me the same quizzical look. Why are you asking that? And the fact that you would question why I'm asking that is the root of the problem. Because we are consumers. So you complain to me as a person in the South because you can't continue your high rate of consumerism down in the South because things are not open all the time. Is that what you're saying to me? That's exactly what you're saying. But who are you consuming from? Who are you taking your black dollar to? That's the $1 million question. Same thing about people from California. Now, I know there are a lot of areas in California where black people do own things. But unfortunately, these particular people that I'm talking about that I run into don't live in those areas. I mean, it's almost synonymous with us only, black people. That we have to be a consumer-based group of people. The only thing that's pushed on us is consumerism. The only thing we buy into is consumerism. Not consumerism among ourselves, though. Because that would sort of be an indicator that we're finally getting what everybody else has already got. And understanding that people can rise no higher than their collective being. Not one person being a billionaire, everybody else being poor, or a couple people being millionaires in the city and everybody else poor. No, that's not how people rise. And I've always understood this. And that's the reason why, until someone tells me exactly and explain to me exactly what we control in New York, exactly what we control in California, exactly what we control in Chicago, in areas like that, then I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Because I can no more ill afford to look at this from what some people say, dumb, uneducated, stupid, old, illiterate black man over here that's got his record service going on. Yeah, he's dirty every day, can't talk, teeth missing, never takes a bath. But he has his own business, takes care of his kids, owns his own house. But I'm sitting back with my highfalutin education. I graduated from so-and-so. I'm in this fraternity. I'm in this sorority. But you go to work every day for somebody else and make them rich. And you own absolutely, positively nothing. So in my world, what I see every day are a lot of uneducated people, didn't finish high school. Some finished high school, went to college. I see a whole spectrum of people. But what I see mainly in the South is I see business owners. People, and I operate in a system or a group of people that we all own our businesses. Now, I do have a lot of friends that go to work for people every day, and I'm not saying anything about that. But I'm just talking about people that need to take a irrespective step back and look at how they're talking about where they're from. Don't just talk about where you're from. Look at where you're from. So the only thing I'm saying is all that, y'all slow down here, y'all this down here. Doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter where you're from, it's where you at. You know, we all know the source of the problem. Consumerism is no good on no level. People always say the root of money is the root of all evil. Well, what you do with your money a lot of times is the root of the evil. Not money. It's what you do with it. And with that, that's all I got to say about that. Peace to my brothers that came to the page and gave me greetings, man. Scottish, Bad Boy Ross, what's up? Tone, what's up? Boy, I forgot my other brother, man, but you know who you are, man. Peace and greetings, man. Love y'all. I'm out, man. And it's just some common sense, man, that I'm kicking down, man. And I'm going to really start speaking on a lot of stuff, man, because I think it's overdue. It's time. We need to look at us, man, and change the narrative. Change the narrative. We've been bull jiving too long, man. We need to change the narrative. We need to change the narrative quick. And my next video will be about the EBT scare of yesterday. You know, sometimes it seems like we don't really care until it's affecting us, our bellies. So with that being said, man, ownership is the real key. I'll be happy to dispute about that subject, or I'll be happy to refute anyone that disagree with that. But at the end of the day, ownership is the only way a people can rise, because ownership dictates control. The only thing that separated the slave from the master, and the only thing that separates the modern day slave from the modern day master and this system, is ownership. That's it. Without ownership, you can rise no further than where you are. Peace.